Hey guys, so today we are actually flying with the DJI Inspire 1. I actually posted about this a couple of weeks ago because I flew it originally, the same one from my buddy here. This is his one. We got to fly it. It's really a bunch of fun. So I thought I'd come back and actually do some footage, record it, and show you guys what it's about and give my opinions on it because I actually want to buy one of these myself. That's why I'm flying his. So for a lot of this, we're actually doing the two-pilot system. He controls the flying, I do the actual camera movement because he's a much better flyer and I'm a better cameraman. But because I'm going to be controlling a controller, I have to give the camera to someone else, and thankfully my brother is actually in town, so he's going to be behind the camera kind of aiming it towards us, and we can talk BS and give our opinions on the whole thing. So we're going to have a bunch of fun today. It's a little windy, but we're going to try and make the most of it. We're at the Moiwo waterfalls here, which you've seen before. So without further ado, let's get flying. You ready to do this, guys?
Let's do it. Yeah.
How is your video feed actually?
Not bad, you?
Yeah, mine's a little glitchy. I think that's because it's the iPad Air 1. We've talked about that before. Yeah. That's one thing we've kind of noticed is, well, because I'm looking at this and I thought we could just use the iPad Air, like the original, and Tim actually bought the iPad Air 2.
Yeah, it's faster.
Because it's a faster processor, and I didn't think that'd be an issue, but one thing I do notice is we have banding in the video screens. You won't see it on camera, obviously, but I get some banding sometimes on my iPad screen. And I don't know if that's because it's 2 feet close to one another or if it's just the iPad itself, but that's something we have heard of and it's something I'm kind of seeing sometimes. It happens much more when we're further away. Right now we're actually quite close. Calum, if you want to just pan over, you can actually see it. It's over there in the sky somewhere. I don't know if you can actually see it, but...
Okay, so wait, what do you want me to do?
You're panning down, right? So if you come down and across, what I'll do is I'll pan left and up.
So you want me to descend?
Yeah, descend left, and then I'll actually turn the camera up and right. So we'll kind of cross paths kind of thing.
Okay, so I descend down to the left.
Yeah, you descend down left, and I'll go up right. Starting to rain, which we didn't expect, and it's a little bit windy.
Exactly what we want.
So the wind is actually okay right now, I think. Yeah. I think the wind is okay. It's much better than it was earlier. Yeah, now that we're getting further away, my feed is a bit more cutty. Whereas yours is like super clean.
Yeah, you can see it.
If you were to pop around here, Calum.
Got the map as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so there you go. I'm like dying now. We'll see, if Tim starts to fly further away,
it's super reflective.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I bet it's super reflective. But I bet you can still see the banding on screen. Like there you go. That's it.
Yeah, it's basically a slideshow.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna land this and we're gonna try another shot. We're actually gonna go into the waterfall.
I don't have to land. I'll just bring it lower.
All right, you want to just bring it lower?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. But we need to go. We're actually gonna go into the rock pools itself. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be really narcissistic and we're going to fly it directly towards us and go above the waterfall, because that'll look really rad. So let's actually jump over there and we can do some more flying. Alright, so that was the first kind of test flight really with it, and that was a whole bunch of fun. We really drained the battery on that one, where we were like, what, 18% or something ridiculous? We were super low. So we need to get back quickly, because the thing with this DJI, Tim's had this before, once it gets past a certain battery point, it auto homes, and it's a real hardcore. Like it turns around, flips around, and then goes straight for it. And because of where we are, and because of the platform that we took off from, there's too many obstacles, there's too many trees in the way, and it would just bash the living daylights out of it, and it would probably have crashed. Thankfully, we've got 2 batteries. So what we might do at this point is try and go to another location, right? We can go further up, I guess. We might go further up, rather than just fly here. There's places further up which are quite nice, and because it was raining really hardcore last night, we'll probably be able to get some really good footage with the waterfall. You can see the waterfall has been running wild today, so I think if we go further up, there's even bigger rock pools and bigger waterfalls. Some really nice stuff up there. And it's about 10 minutes ago. It's like a really quick walk. Alright, so I guess with that, we're going to cut over and go over there. Okay, so as it turns out, having a really big waterfall makes it a little bit difficult to find a place to go. We had to trek across some pretty scary water to get here, and now that we're getting here, we're discovering some issues like where to take off from and where to land. The place itself looks incredible, right? Because this is what I wanted when I came here a couple of months ago, back in February. Right? Our problem now is it's so wet that a lot of places are covered and we don't know where to take off and land from, and this needs a flat surface to take off and land from. You can kind of get away with the takeoff. The landing, as Tim said, is going to be a bit of a problem, I think is the polite way of saying it. It's going to be a problem. And we are struggling to find a place to land it right now. Weighing up our options, but yeah, that's one of the problems with coming to an epic location like this, is you can't actually fly your drone that you've come here for. So we're going to keep working on it and try to figure out our options. Right, so we may have found an option, but before I explain the 2 options and the one we're going to go for, because we've decided on our option, right? So before we explain any of this, don't try this at home, right? Because this is super dangerous, right? We thought about doing the takeoff and landing on the box here, but the problem was it was pretty slippery. Yeah. It was moving a lot. And the box isn't stable on the rocks. And the box isn't stable on the rocks, so the room for error, as you call it, was really low. Because as soon as it gets any lift off, the box will move. So we can do the takeoff from the rocks, right? Yeah, it's fine. You're comfortable doing it on the rocks, right? But the landing is the bit that's going to get fun, and again, don't try this at home. This is a poor decision. It's because we're bad at planning. And Tim is dumb enough to let me do this.
And I'm going to lose a brother.
You're not going to lose a brother, you might lose a hand, right? What you can do is, with this one, you can hover, right? This will hover. What we're going to have to do is, he's going to have to hover about my arm level while it's going, and it's going to do this. When it's doing that, I'm going to have to catch it. And and then we kill the engine, and then I put it down.
With the old Phantom 2, because it had landing legs, it was easy to do this. But obviously it's not the ideal method with the Inspire 1.
Yeah, it's a different method because the legs raise. So, are you comfortable with doing that?
Should be okay, but we'll test it out as we're flying it.
Okay.
If not, then we'll go for the box.
You want to do a small test flight where you just bring it up and then hover it?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, so maybe what we're going to do first is we're going to hover it up to about.
Okay, let's say we can't do that, then we have to land it.
Yeah, you still have to land either way.
It's still a landing problem.
I just want to do it first before we do it for real, right?
Okay, fine.
So, you want to try it? Let's try taking it off.
Okay.
Okay, and then we can do the death grab. We've now called it the death grab. Okay, so let's try it. Have to do it all over again. That's completely wrong. Oh no!
We do the same thing, yeah?
We'll do the same thing again, right? Bring it over to where we are. So as you saw, I managed to grab it. Perfect. It went pretty much perfectly.
That went
perfectly.
right?
It went absolutely to plan. And let me just screw over here. It's like one of my favorite features of the Inspire and the DJI software. I guess it's software.
Yeah, the DJI Pilot app.
Because the DJI Pilot app. Because you're running it off an iPad. And the great thing is you can actually review the footage on your iPad in live. Not just in lifetime, but you can actually do playback.
Yeah, playback.
Like if you were to show these guys here on screen, you can actually see this iPad is actually playing back the live video feed.
We just took this 2 minutes ago.
We just filmed this 2 minutes ago. This is why we were so excited, because this is the live video from what we shot. Now this is a compressed 720p version, I think, right? But we actually filmed it 4K, so we have really high definition video here. That's absolutely great. Now the thing is we've got to pack up because we ran out of battery. We wanted to fly at a couple of different places, but we just don't have time. Because we've killed the batteries and we don't have chargers, and it's 3:30, which actually isn't too late.
Yeah,
but we've killed the batteries and we're going to go review the footage. So let's get packed up, and we have to try and get out of here without being bitten to death by spiders and becoming Peter Parker, I guess.
I'll go first.
Calum goes first again.
Yeah, he's going first.
We nominate Calum to go first.
Calum. Yeah.